These guys don't look too happy, but oh well. Okay, we're on the bright side of the planet, and it's a good time to do this now. You know what? There's one thing I forgot to do. And we will have to do it now. You can't dock with another ship if there's no astronauts aboard it. And there's... So I'm gonna have to do a little EVA. Should have done this when they were still coupled together, but oh well. The astronauts have little lights on their helmets which help when you're doing things in the dark like this. Because otherwise, that's what I'm looking at. Okay. There, now he's aboard the lunar module, and now I can actually control it. I just need to get them separated from this fairing which protected the rocket engine. So now that I've set the docking port of the lunar module as my target, it shows up on the navigation ball as this pink icon here. So when I get the crosshairs over the pink icon, that means I'm pointing directly at it. And this yellow icon on the nav ball is my prograde vector. So if I get all three of those lined up, it means I'm going to dock. Okay, the two ships are docked, and I've got currently Bill Kerbal in the lunar module and Bob and Ron in the command module. So just to get ready to land on the moon, I'll put Bob into the lunar module also. most graceful, but it worked. Okay. So now Bill and Bob are in the lunar module, and Ron's alone in the command module. There's no way to transfer Kerbins between modules internally right now, which is kind of a pain. So that's the reason for the EVA. Okay, so let's get us set up for Trans-Lunar orbit injection, I believe it's called. So the moon is our target. First I try to get the planes of the orbits aligned. We're off by 0.3 of a degree here. This is the descending node. Descending, so to fix it, I need to burn north. Got it wrong again. Okay, gotta burn south. Up now. Okay, in order to get into lunar orbit, we have to find out where the moon's going to be, when we will be there, and I believe that's about a 45-degree angle. So let's try to set up a maneuver here. This will tell us when we intersect the moon's gravity. So I think that's pretty close. So that node is 29 minutes away. Well, it's almost a full orbit away. Welcome. Okay. But the correct ship is in control here. I need the command modules to be in control, not the lunar module. Which I believe is the case. Okay. And this engine needs to be shut down, and this engine needs to be activated. Otherwise I would have been burning backwards. When I set up a maneuver node, a blue icon appears. This blue icon is where I need to be pointing when I reach that maneuver. The node is 6 minutes away. Let's just speed that up a bit. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So we're burning on this side, and our orbit is gradually extending on the opposite side. And once it reaches this far, we'll be on a collision course with the moon, which is currently over here. Okay, wasn't perfect, doesn't match the planned orbit according to the node, but it's close enough, I think. It's always easier to adjust your path early on than later. So I can just, with my RCS thrusters, adjust my orbit. That's all I'm doing here, to adjust my orbit. So let's just advance time. Okay, as you can see, we're currently on an escape trajectory from the moon. We'll fix that once we hit the periapsis, but first I want to bring that in a little closer at the altitude of 179,000 meters, so I want to bring that down to double digits at least. So just do a quick retrograde burn, that should do it. Feels a little low, but can still make it, I think. So, just for fun, extend our gear. This is my previous landing site, so I have a flag planted, and I left a moon buggy with I abandoned one Kerbal sitting on a buggy, so he's always he can just ride around the moon by himself. With this lander, it's difficult to do a targeted landing. To try to land near this buggy, I can certainly give it a try though.